Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with another full face first impressions. It's almost a full face because I don't have entirely everything, but it's basically on Revolution. So these are some of the products that I picked up. I'm going to show you along the way as I'm putting these on my face. And I did show this in my Instagram haul a while back ago, almost a month ago. And I just never really got around to it because then I started getting more products and then I had to do some deadlines for some companies. So I just really was not caught up with trying to get a video, and I didn't have the time to actually sit down and film this, but now I am. So I really got a lot of good products that I was really intrigued to wanting to try. I purchased this all with my own money, and it did take about 2 weeks to go and, be shipped to my house. So that's something to keep in mind if you do not live in the UK. So this brand is basically an affordable brand. This is a brand that you can find at Ulta. This is a brand that is really known for duping a lot of high-end and drugstore and such. So for example, this looks like the chocolate bar from Too Faced, and and then the design back here, it looks like the Kylie Cosmetics highlighters that she has, or highlighter, something like that. Then they have the brow pencils and stuff like that, and then they also did a new one of their the Conceal and Define, and they made it into this Supersize. But the doe foot and everything is just a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. But this is just their brand, so some of their stuff could be a hit and miss. A lot of the stuff that I've tried in the past were a miss because the formulation wasn't great. But now that they came out with new products like the Soph collaboration highlighter palette, that's my all-time favorite highlighter palette. No lie, that is such an affordable palette. It's $12 to $15, and it's so good. The pigmentation is so there. So I can't wait to try these products out. They've been sitting in my drawer for quite some time, so I'm ready to try these out on my face. All right, so I'm gonna try the brow product. This is the Revolution Pro Microblading Effect Precision Eyebrow Pencil, and that's how it looks. And I got this one in the shade Soft Brown, so hopefully this does match me. So this reminds me of the NYX brow brow pencils. Oh, that's a very fine tip right there. Look at that. And let's swatch it in the back of my hand. That looks like a pretty good match. I'm more on the soft brown, a little bit of taupey. And this is the brush as well, which is good because I like to, go back and forth. So I'm going to do my brows and let's see how this works out. So I'm pretty much done with the brows. It took me some time because it's not my shade. I feel like this is more for people who have lighter hair, more on a red, and this is just too warm for me. But we're gonna move on. So that's that. And then I did use this concealer in the shade C6. And it's not for my under eyes, to brighten. This is more for, I picked this up to basically color correct or just use for every day because I have C1 and C2 and those are very, very light. So I picked up C6 to kind of almost match with my skin tone with the foundation, but just to conceal, just to have something on the go. So that's what I picked this up for. So I want to do the eyes first. And I'm going to use their Revolution Pro Eye Elements Eye Primer in the shade Core. So this is how it looks. It reminds me of the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And that one is my all-time favorite. As you can tell from all my tutorials, it's running low. I do have a backup of it. And I've been using, I'm struggling to open this part right here. This is how it looks. And people have been saying it's literally almost the same exact dupe for it, for the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So let's see about that, because if it's good, then y'all better go pick this up. If it's not okay, then... So I'm going to use this brush from 10 Buck Brush. It's like this angled synthetic brush. And I'm going to do one eye just to see. Oh, that packed on really nicely. It feels creamy and it goes on and blends really nicely on the lid, just like the soft ochre. It went on pretty well. I like it. The only thing is that it's a bit patchy here because my eyelid is dry right there, and I'm trying to like fix that, but it looks like there's no saving it. It's just gonna look like that. But with the eyeshadow and everything, it's not going to look that patchy. Yeah, I like this. This is really nice. It feels like it dried down really nicely too. I'm not gonna set that. I'm just going to leave it like that so that the shadows can go on a lot better. I want to see how it performs with the palette I'm going to be using. This is the Revolution in collaboration with Soph Extra Spice palette. And I've been eyeing this palette for quite some time now. Oh, that's pretty cool. It comes in this plastic bag to protect it. And this is how it looks. I can tell this is going to get so dirty quickly. And once you open it, ooh, it comes with this plastic cover, and then this is how the palette looks. It's so pretty. I love the different variety of colors, like this yellow, this hot red, and the silver. It just gives this palette like a nice touch, just like what she says her name of the palette is, Extra Spice. So I get extra spicy vibes from that. I do want to use some of these foil metallic eyeshadows from them, so I want to choose to use maybe this one because I want to do something more like Christmas vibe. So it's this one right here, and it comes with this little intensifying primer, which I never used before. So this is the intensifying primer, and I guess it's to intensify the metallic shadow. So I want to show you guys how this looks. So this is in Retreats, and I guess that's what the shade is altogether. And then this is how it looks. So pretty. So I want to swatch it. Ooh, that is like a cream. It reminds me of the Colourpop, but this is more creamy. Ooh, that is so nice. Look at that. That's without the intensifying primer, but it glides on nice. Look at that. This is like way, way, way softer than the Colourpop eyeshadows. Wow. All right, so now I'm going to do my eyes. So I'm going to take a blending brush. So I'm going to start off with this eyeshadow called Cheesecake. And that's it right here. I'm going to start off with this shade first to pack it on into the crease area. I like this shade. It's so pretty. Reminds me of like a rustic brown red. I am going to blend this shade, so don't worry that it looks harsh like this. And my inner eye is so watery, so now I have to be careful because of my allergies. Now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and blend out those edges. I want to take this shade called Sweet and Sour and apply that into my crease. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pack it on there. And then blend that out with this Black Canvas E10 brush. It's a very, very small detail blending brush. It's amazing for the crease area. And I'm noticing I'm getting fallout with this, so you want to be careful when it comes to doing your eye makeup. If you do your eye makeup after foundation, you may want to apply some translucent powder to catch that fallout. Going back in with that shade Cheesecake and going to apply that eyeshadow again, and taking Sweet and Sour. I'm not adding any more, like I'm not picking up any more of that shadow. I'm just using whatever's left on that brush. And then I'm going in with the Morphe M507 brush, and I'm going to take this shade Brownies. It's a really dark matte brown shade, and I'm going to put that right in there in the crease to deepen it up, give it some depth. I do not see a white matte shade for the brow bone, so I'm gonna take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and apply that in the brow bone area. So with this one, I think I'm going to just drop this inside the shadow and picking it up with a synthetic brush. Okay, so it opens up from the top. I thought it was like something I had to pull open. So I'm going to drop that, just dropped one little drop, and then I'm going to take a synthetic brush. I'm going to then pick it up like this. Works. I'm gonna use my fingers. Ooh. The brush wasn't working for me, so I'm gonna use my fingers and then go around the edges with a brush. My chubby little finger can't do it like that, so I'm gonna clean that up. This is a very, very creamy product. So when you're mixing your brush in here, it leaves a lot of indentations. So you may want to be careful. I do want to darken up the outer corner, so I'm going to take that shade Reputation, which is this dark shade right here. It's almost black, but not super black, but I want to put it in my outer corner anyways. Ooh, super powdery. Okay, so I'm going to pack that on the outer eye just to give it some depth. That is a very pretty shade. That lid shade is so pretty. I have this dip eyeliner from Revolution, and this is supposed to be their liquid liner, and this is how it looks. Ooh, that's the felt tip. And let's see on the back of my hand. Ooh, that is super black. I like that. Let's see how the application is. So that's how the eyeliner looks. Now, there's something about this applicator that I am not enjoying, and it's really hurting my eyes when I use it. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So do you see that little ball? Can you see it? It's like so little and is at the tip. And it's just so annoying when you're applying your eyeliner. Like, it's so little, but you can feel it. You can feel it as you're applying the eyeliner. So that's something I'm just going to have to cut off, because I did not like that on the eyes. So that's the eyeliner. Other than that, the eyeliner was really good. It's not super black how I would like it, so I will be going over the eyeliner with that black shade that I use for the outer corner. So this is how the makeup looks. So I'm gonna be back with the other eye, and then we're gonna move on to mascara. I'm done with this eye, and this one seemed to be a little wonky around the outer eye. I noticed with this eyeshadow, it does go everywhere. So when you're packing it on, you want to make sure that once you're done blending out your crease area, or if you feel like you want to deepen it up, do that first before you're applying the eyeshadow, because all this glitter is going to get all over your eyes. So just keep that in mind when you do purchase these. So I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast mascara, and I'm going to coat my lashes, and I am going to be using false lashes, and of course they're from Shopmimiartistry. So I'm going to show you the style in a minute. So I'm going to coat my lashes. The lashes I'm going to be using are Shopmimiartistry lashes and Energia, and these are the styles. Very, very lightweight looking, and they're not too dramatic, but yet they are pretty full. So this look, you know, I want to focus on the eyelid, so I'm going to be applying these on, and then we're going to move on to the face. Now the lashes are on. This one in the inner corner is a little crazy because allergies as always, so I forgot to put my eye drops, so now this eye is a little watery. So if you see this eyelash trying to like jump off, that's just the eyelash. It's like my eyes watery, so it's like removing the glue, which is bad. Okay, so I use my City Color primer oil to start off as my base, and I love this oil so much. It's so smooth, and like it's so lightweight as well. It's not like one of those heavy oils. I'm gonna start off with the foundation. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and there's so many videos out there reviewing this. I was gonna review it by itself, but if you still want me to do that, I can definitely do that. I'm not gonna do a full long wear, like 7 to 8 hour foundation wear with this, because I have to take this makeup off. I have to let my skin breathe since I've been pretty sick with the allergies. So I got this one in the shade F6. So as usual, like, you know, it's a doe foot, just like the concealer, and it has a lot of product on the tip. So I'm gonna do just about 4 right there, and then on the forehead, on the side of my nose, around the chin area. And I heard this is really full coverage, so I'm gonna start off with a sponge first, and then on the other side I'm gonna do the brush. So that's my face right now with one layer of the foundation, and it's not bad. It's like medium to full coverage. So I'm gonna do the other side, but I'm gonna use a foundation brush. I'm gonna take this Just Up flat kabuki brush and go in just like that. So the pimple area, it covers, but then it doesn't. It's just a textured pimple. So I'm not like gonna judge the foundation from that, but the coverage is great. I'm gonna do a second layer on this side. Oh, there's a hair right there. There's like cat hairs everywhere. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, and I'm gonna use the brush to blend that out. That's the foundation. Looks so flawless. I love it. Like a foundation that is drugstore and it makes your skin look like high-end, that's amazing. So that's how it looks. Now I'm gonna go in with the concealer, and I'm gonna use the Supersize one, and I'm gonna do this side first. I really like this dollar sponge. It's super affordable, and it's great. Oh, that blended out quick. Okay. That is awesome. That is awesome. That was so awesome. I'm gonna put some around the nose area because I still see some redness. And I'm going to apply a little more. That looks amazing. My skin looks so good. I want to use the light one. So I'm going to go in with C2. But this one is the regular one, the little one. So I'm going to apply that just to highlight my under eyes. I'm going to use a little bit of C1. So I'm going to take this, I don't know why, it's like Freedom. I'm going to take this Pro Contour in Fair, and this was in the Revolution website. So this is how it looks. I'm going to use these two shades. So I'm going to use this to set my under eyes, and then I'm going to contour with this shade. I'm going to use the Fit Me by Maybelline loose powder just to set my whole face, because this shade is a bit light for all over the face. So I just want to set my whole face with a translucent powder. For that bronzer shade, I'm going to take a brush like this. This one's from Jessup. This is their powder blush brush. And I'm going to pick up just a little bit. That's a decent shade. This would be great for people with fair skin tones. It's like a taupe kind of shadow. Reminds me of the NYX blush and taupe. I'm gonna take this around the nose area to contour my nose, because this is like the same shade as the NYX blush and taupe, my favorite. I do not have an eyeliner from Revolution, so I'm gonna take this one from Stila. This is their smudge eyeliner brush, not brush, but like the eyeliner. I'm gonna apply this to my waterline. I want to take the shade Brownie and apply that into the bottom of my lash line. I'm going to take Sweet and Sour under the eye just to smoke it out. And I want to take this shade Infinity and apply that in my inner tear duct. So I'm going to use a pencil brush. This one's from BH Cosmetics in number 105, and apply that there. Ooh, that is pretty. It just gives it like a nice pop. I want to use this shade like for all over the lid as well in a different tutorial. So pretty. Yeah, I do not have blush from them, so I'm going to use the Balm Down Boy blush. I've been loving this blush lately. It's so pretty. And I'm going to use this brush from Wet n Wild. It's like this, like a nice little fluffy brush. And then I'm going to apply that right there, the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna apply that right there. So pretty. I love this. For highlights, which I'm excited about because I've seen other people use this highlighter. This is the Rose Gold Glow highlighter. And I'm going to... These are so hard to open, I swear. This is how the packaging looks. I swear, it's just like the Too Faced one. And when you open it... Ooh, look at that. I want to use this one and see how this looks, because this is more on the pink side. And I'm going to use a new brush that I haven't used in my other videos, and I totally forgot that I had this brush. This is the Anastasia A23 brush. This is great for highlighting. I've seen so many people use this and I finally got it. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of this and apply that right there. Oh snap. Yo, it just popped up right there. right there. It was like ready to be on my face. Ooh. And I'm liking this brush too. So pretty. I want to apply that right there. This is beautiful. Wow. This is super pigmented. Like that beam is right there. Revolution is stepping up their game. Oh my God, I can't wait. You know what? Let me use that gold on top of this. Ooh, I saw that. I saw that. That was so nice. Like a little bit of gold with that pink. I mean, it still looks beaming, but that is nice. You can see a little bit of gold with that pink shift. So the last thing is the lips. And I picked this one up. There was so many options. This is their Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigment in the shade Veil. And it's hard to choose on the website because they all looked very similar in the shade. So I was like, let me go with almost the lightest one they have. So let's see how this is. So that's the applicator and the shade looks pretty. Let me swatch it. Ooh, that looks a little too... Well, you know what? In person, it looks more pinky. But on camera, on my viewfinder, it looks more mauve. You know what? I'm going to... What I'm going to do? I'm going to use something to lighten it up in the middle. So I'll be right back. I have this gloss. This is from Colourpop. This is one of my favorites in the shade Weho. So I'm going to apply this and then I'm going to apply the gloss in the middle. So let's see how this works. That's the shade right there. And I don't feel it like it's drying. I'm like doing that, and usually you could feel when it's about to dry down. So I'm just going to go over it with a gloss. So this is the Colourpop Weho gloss. And put that on top just to like balance out the shade. I dragged the silver in a little more and I'm gonna blend out that under eye a little bit. All right, I just came back from running to the office. I have a package and I'm gonna be doing a video on it, so you'll see in a couple of my videos. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like this makeup look that I created. I really enjoy this palette from the collaboration with Soph. So this palette is so good. Like, I love the warm tones in here. And, ooh, I made a little dent on the yellow one, the gold one. So I really like the warm tones in here. And that silver infinity, it gives you like a pop of highlight in your inner tear duct. I want to use this eyeshadow for all over the lid. You want me to do like a forest green or a smoky eye, a chocolate smoky eye, or ooh, that 21 is calling my name. This palette is bomb. I'm taking it with me to New York, so that's a definite 2 thumbs up. And this foundation is really good. I'm just like, I'm blown away that a $12 foundation is this good, and the coverage is there, the pigmentation, the color match is perfect, and I'm just so surprised that for a drugstore foundation is really good. Going along with the foundation, this concealer is like really good. You saw how well it blended, and this is great for like almost every day. If I wanted to wear like a concealer for every day, I just have to color correct a little bit from what I've seen, but the coverage and the shade, everything about these two are just so good. I do want to do a long wear test, but I don't want to do it today because this eye is bothering me. My allergies are always acting up. When I do have a good day where my allergies is not acting up, then I'm definitely going to do a wear test. You guys already know this is really good. I really like the shades, and the highlight is right there. It's beaming. I'm gonna take this with me as well. It's so little and compacted. Like there's two. There's gold and there's like a champagne shade, so I can go back and forth on which one, and then I can just bring like a highlighter that is more frosty. So I have all three, so it's not a big deal. So, but this one is really good. Very affordable. You can pick these up at Ulta. So that's another good one for me. And this primer, I'm gonna say that this is right there with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And that primer is pretty expensive, it's high end. But this one for a drugstore, if you're looking for something like that from MAC, this is really good. And and even when I did let it sit there, it did crease a little bit, but that's just my eyelids. Maybe it won't crease on other people. But this is like the texture and the formula is just like MAC. It does dry down. So that's something that the MAC Soft Ochre does. So this is something you want to look into. It's less than $10. So I'm going to give this another go and take this with me to New York to really tell you guys how I feel about it. This Freedom Pro Contour Kit, it's okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite. This is something that I would like for under the eyes, but not to set it the way I use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish to set my under eyes, because this is pretty heavy. It's a lot powdery. The formula, it's pretty, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but let me swatch it for you. Like, it goes on. It's pigmented, but I don't think I'll like it for my under eyes. When I did set it, it felt a little cakey. And it did emphasize my dryness under my eyes, and the Mineralized Skin Finish doesn't do that. So this is great for if you want to like clean up around the contour of your nose or underneath your contour if you feel like you messed up. This is great. I really like this. As you can tell, it's subtle. It's not orange, but it's not too taupe. It's right there, just like my NYX powder blush. This little fella, it's just so creamy. You see how if you just move it with your brush, it's gonna move. And I feel like it pushes the product. It doesn't actually pick up the product. Maybe I should just use a different brush. I use like this type of brush, this little synthetic brush from eBay. But I don't know. The color is nice. It's pretty on the lid, but that's because I used my fingers. But if you use a brush, it doesn't pick up as much, so that's an issue with me. But this shade is really pretty. I like it. This screams Christmas for me. This kind of shade, it screams Christmas. I do have this one, like a rose gold shade, and I'm gonna give that one a go on a different look, like in a different video, and you can see like how it looks on my eyes. But this is okay. It's more mousse than the Colourpop eyeshadows. Like the Colourpop, it doesn't move around as much as this one does. I'm not a fan of this eyebrow pencil. It's way too warm. Maybe if I get it in a different shade, maybe a little darker or more. Like I didn't see a lot of shades from this eyebrow line, so I'm not sure. But I felt like I had to do more work with the eyebrow pencil with this one than I normally do with my NYX Microblading eyebrow pencil. This eyeliner, it's not so bad. You just have to get used to it. If you like that little ball at the end, that's good for you, but I had to cut it off. I used my little scissors and I cut off that little ball. It was so strange. I don't see how it's gonna work for your eyes just to do your eyeliner, because if you want to do like a sharp wing, it's not gonna achieve that because of that little ball at the end. So I cut mine off. But the pigmentation is there. It's not super black as my Catrice Dating Joe Black eyeliner. It's not as black as that, but it does work if you want something light. Like it's not black. It's like a original black. It's like, okay, it's there. But if you want like a super black, like Inglot number 77 gel liner, then you can use that or the Catrice one, but it's not up there like that. But it's good for like almost every day. This, it didn't dry down. Like, I thought it was gonna dry down. It did say matte lip, but it's a lip pigment. It's a no-go for me with this one. But the shade is pretty, but it's a no-go. This would be great for somebody who doesn't like liquid lipsticks and it does dry down. This one doesn't dry down, so maybe this will be great for you, but it does move around. It does get on your teeth. So just be aware of that. I think that's all, guys. Yeah, I think that's all. Everything else, it's not really revolution, but they're pretty good. The lashes, I really like them. They're not super, you know, dramatic like how I always wear them. Okay, so if there's anything you want to see in a future tutorial, let me know in the comments down below. If you tried any of the products, let me know how you like it. If you don't like it, tell me why. And also subscribe to my channel and also like the video, give it a thumbs up. This helps my channel and make the video go viral and have everyone else see the video as well. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you liked this makeup tutorial. I tried my best with everything else that's going on. So thank you so much, guys, for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.